by beginning to warm up the body. We'll do our shoulders, nice big circles. Really feel that area opening up. This is a special time. Sometimes we rush through the stretching, right? Getting ready for their actual workout. But this is really powerful in preparing the body. And it's been so cold. We've got somebody else coming in. Let me let them in. And we'll change direction. Hope you guys had a wonderful holiday. Nice. Is it crazy that it's going to be December on Wednesday? Let's do one arm, really big circles. So follow that arm with your body so that you feel your torso beginning to twist just a bit. We'll warm up that spine as we move this arm around. And change direction. And let's change arms. We're going to switch into the other side. If you need to move in your chair to adjust, go ahead and do so that you get a nice full circle, allowing that body to twist. Is it wax on? Okay, let's wax off other direction. Let's do one more and rest those hands on your knees. We'll do our necks now. And so go ahead and look over one shoulder and then look over the other. I keep my hands on my legs so that my torso stays facing forward. And if you want to, you can actually add a little resistance. You can push just to get a little bit further stretch as you look over your shoulder. And let's change direction. We'll look up and down. As you look up, extend that chin up towards the ceiling. Feel that stretch all through the neck. And let's look down, trying to touch that chin to the chest. Feel the stretch across the back of your neck. Let's do one more in both directions. Once up and down. Bless you. And bring the head back to center. Nice. Let's take our right ear and try to touch your right shoulder. Don't raise the shoulder up though. Bring that head towards the shoulder. If you want an additional stretch, you can take that opposite hand, extend it out towards the ground. Extend that energy towards the earth. You feel that stretch move up the whole side of the neck across the shoulder. And bring that arm back in. Tilt that opposite ear to the opposite shoulder. And take that other hand out, extend it out if you want more of a stretch. And pull those arms in. Nice. All right. Go ahead and hang on to your chair so that you feel nice and secure. I'm going to raise the other arm up towards the ceiling. Reach up as high as you can. Feel that stretch all the way across your body to your hip. Push that hip down. The hands reaching up, but the hip is pointing down into the earth. And let's lean over. And that hip's going to want to rise up, so push it down. And take that palm, turn it towards the ceiling. Feel that stretch move across the hip. And bring those hands back down. Nice. To the other side, reach up. Super tall. Hip is pushing down. And let's lean over. Again, that hip wants to rise up. Push it down into the chair. And let's take that palm, twist it up towards the ceiling. And bring it back. Nice. Let's go ahead and open our legs just a bit. I'm going to raise both arms up and we're going to lean over to the side. For some of you, this may be as far as you go. Others may want to hang onto the chair to extend a little further. Or if you feel like you're able to, you can go down and touch the ground. And bring those arms up. Reach up towards the ceiling. Other side. And your sides might adjust. This side might need to hang onto the leg. Maybe this side can go all the way down, however it feels comfortable. Arms back up, lift up. Let's do both sides one more time. Leaning over. Maybe you hang onto the chair so you can really stretch through the hands. And come back. Let's do this second side. And come back up, arms up. Let's go straight down the center. Push with your feet against the earth, raising those arms up. And let's go down again. Push against the ground with your feet, raising up. And drop those hands down. Good job, nice. I'm gonna go ahead and pull my legs back in. Leave my hands on my knees. Let's continue to warm up the spine. We'll do our cat-cow. So I'm gonna pull my body forward and look up. And push against my legs, rounding the back, looking down. Go ahead and move at a nice, smooth, comfortable pace. Remembering to inhale and exhale as you move. And bring your body upright, nice. All right, let's lift that rib cage up. So I'm gonna lift my rib up and I'm gonna allow that rib cage just circle my hips. Now remember the shoulders are moving, but don't initiate the energy from the shoulder. Initiate it from your rib cage, making a circle over the hips. This is really nice to keep the spine limber. Finish that last circle and change direction. We'll do one more full circle all the way around and come back to center. And take a deep breath in. And release. Good job. Let's warm up our legs. We're going to work our legs a little bit today. So let's get them warmed up. I'm going to sit back so that I can swing. I know each of us are different heights. Some of you are a little taller. This is harder, sorry. Usually it's Bob and Mark, but Julie's got long legs too. Over there. And let's do some circles. This is going to help push any trapped air in the knees out and allow fluid to move in there so that they're flowing a little gentler and change direction.
I have left-hand lubrication.
Yeah. Do you have to oil it? Like the Tin Man?
I'm a grease gun.
And let's do our ankle. So flex and point, flex and point. And let's do some circles. And change direction. And go ahead and rest those feet. Nice, good job. All right, I think we're nice and warmed up here. Let's go ahead and start moving the body. And we're going to go ahead and do our push up towards the ceiling, raising up one leg as those hands lower that 1 foot lowers, and we alternate. Let's do 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And put those hands in front of you. We're going to open them up like we're opening up a door and closing them. As we open up, let's lift one leg out. As we close, it lowers, and then we'll alternate to the other side. We'll do this for 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and rest those arms. Whew, good job. Warming up those deltoids, right? Okay. So let's go ahead and lift one hand up. As we do, we're going to lift one hand up. That opposite knee is going to lift up. So you can choose whichever side you want to. So we're going to go opposite side, opposite side. All right. So yeah, this is really going to be a brain teaser here. So both hands can come up, but as the right hand comes up, left knee comes up, and then we alternate left hand, right knee. Let's do this for 10. 1, both sides. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest. It's challenging, right? They look so simple, but yeah, these really challenge the mind there. All right, so I'm going to sit on the edge of my chair so I have a little bit of flexibility. I'm going to reach across my body. As I do, I push against my foot as I reach up as tall as I can towards the ceiling. Grab that rope, pull it down to your hip. I'm going to switch to the other side, reach up, grab that rope, pull it down. Let's do this for 10. 1, both sides. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest. Good job. All right, so this time I'm going to push out to the side. And so I already saw Mark doing the advanced version here. We're going to let that foot go out, and then we're going to pull it back. So now I'm not reaching up across, I'm reaching across parallel with the ground, pulling it back. And if you want to add that extra little oomph, that foot can come out, and then pulling them back in so you're really working these abs. We'll do this for 10. 1, both sides. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And take a breath. Whew, good job. Nice. All right. So we're going to work our legs first today. And as we work our legs, we're also going to be working our abs because our abs are going to be holding these legs up. And our first move is going to be just a leg lift. So I'm coming to the edge of my chair so I can lift that foot up as high as I'm able to and lower it back down. If today you need the support of the chair, you can lean back and just bend at the knee, raising it up. If you want more of a challenge on the abs and the thighs, sit on the edge here. And let's lift one leg up for a count of 10. 1, 2, no swinging, you have to lift it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to lift our knee up, lower it, and we're going to do nice and slow. We're going to do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. We're going to lift both feet up together. So I'm going to scoot back just a bit so my chair can carry me as I lift both my feet up. And lower them. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So I'm going to move my body forward so I can lean back, but notice that as I lean back, my abs automatically engage. I'm going to lift those feet up. Feel those abs engaged here. Let's see if we can pull them apart and put them back together. We'll do 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're getting hard here. 7, 8, 9, 10, and take a break. We're going to do that move again, so go ahead and take a break. You need to tap out any areas that you feel those muscles working. All right, we're going to go back, lean back against the chair. You can hang onto the chair if you want that extra support. You can put your elbows against the back to help support you. Or you can leave those arms free so that your abs are carrying those legs out. Let's lift those legs up. And this time we're going to scissor. So we're going to cross over and apart, over and apart. We'll do 10. 1, 2. I'm alternating. 3, 4, 5. You guys look good. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And release. Whew. Again, tap those legs. Good job. So I feel it on the top of my thighs working, but I also feel my abs engaged. So, all right.
I feel the big breakfast we just had.
I didn't do that one exercise because I ate breakfast too, and sometimes you hear it gurgling when I. All right. So one more time. This is our third rep. Lean back. Lift those legs up, and we're going to open, but see, I got a little bit of an arch, so I'm just going to lift up a little bit. If the lift is too much, you can just go straight out. We'll do this for 10. 1, bring it back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good job. 8, 9, 10, and release. Nice. So our abs are working super hard to keep those legs up, but you might have felt that a little bit in your lower back. So let's go ahead and lean forward. Release that lower back. If you want to tap that lower back, you can tap it, or you can let those arms hang down for an additional stretch. But release that lower back just a bit. And come back up. Nice. All right. So still focusing on the legs. We're going to focus on this calf muscle here. So I'm going to go up onto my tiptoes, but then I'm going to drop those heels down and go up and flex. So I'm going to turn sideways so my friends on Zoom can see me. So I'm going tiptoes, flex. You see my toes coming up? Tiptoes, flex. So you can create this move as powerful as you want, right? The more you flex, the more these muscles are going to work in the front of the legs. The higher you go on your tiptoes, the more the calves are going to work. If you just slightly move, then you're not going to get as much of a workout. So you decide, right? If you want to, you can have your hands on your legs to add a little more resistance. But let's tiptoe and flex for 10. 1, both sides, tiptoe and flex. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's hold this tiptoes and let's see how high we can go. Really feel those calves engaged here. Pushing up. Toes are going into the earth. Heels are lifted and lower. Now let's flex. So really flex those toes up towards you. Now you feel that tension on the front of the calf there. If you touch it, your muscles should be nice and tight. Then you know you're really flexing these muscles. You feel how tight they are. And release. Nice. All right, go ahead and shake those ankles out. Shake those feet out. Nice. All right. So we did this move, a similar move. We're going to go ahead and open the legs just a bit. And I'm going to come to the edge of my chair here. Hands are going to be placed on my knees. I'm going to lean forward. And together, my feet and my hands are going to push my body up. So now you can decide if you want to use more hands, you can use more hands. If you want to engage more of your leg, you don't have to use your hands and just push against your feet, engaging the back of the legs here. And we're going to do this for 10. So we're going to start body upright. Let's lean forward and push that body up. 1, and back down. 2, 3. You can actually engage that pelvic region, that pelvic bone can be tightened as you lift up. 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job, Shelly. 9. You're really pushing it. 10. And take a breath in. Same move, we're going to go a little deeper this time. This time we're going to go all the way down, touch the ground. So now you can push against the earth, but I think pushing against the earth with your feet is going to be much more powerful to bring that body up all the way. Let's do this for 10. All the way down, push against the feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost there. 8, 9, last one, 10. Really push against the earth and sit up. Nice. So now I felt that in the top of my thighs, but I also felt it underneath my leg. Yeah, nice, good, good. All right, go ahead and pull those legs back in. Deep breath in, let it out. All right, we'll give our legs a little bit of a break. Go ahead and grab your weights. And we have different size weights for you. We have 2, 3, and 1 pounders, depending on what you need today, and some 5s. Point those palms towards me. We begin with our bicep curls. And we're going to go ahead and curl the wrist first. So I'm actually going to take those fingers and try to touch them to my wrist. And then continue that curl all the way up, touching my shoulders and uncurling back down. And we'll do that for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Nice. So that worked the wrist just a bit. If you want to, you can shake those wrists out. Challenging the wrist just a bit with that move. All right, so our next move, we're not going to add that curl. This time we're going to lock that wrist. Palms are still facing forward, but the wrist is locked. The only joint that's going to move is going to be the elbow. We're just going to bring those weights up, tap the shoulder, and back down. We'll do that for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Nice. Remembering to breathe throughout the moves. Let's do one more set. Our next set is going to be a combination. So we're going to let that weight drop, curl up, but then lock it. So I've got still a little bit of a wrist workout just by opening, curling up, but then my wrist locks as I bring it up and tap. And we'll do this for 10. 1, lock it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Nice. So we did work the wrist a little bit. If you need to shake it out, go ahead and shake those wrists out. We'll do another bicep exercise here. This time the palms are going to face each other. So my weights are standing up on top of my legs. I'm going to curl up, tap those shoulders, and back down. We'll do that for 10. 1, 2, my spine is nice and straight. 3, feet are flat on the ground. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Nice. Next move, we're going to add a variation. So we're going to curl up to our shoulders, pushing up towards the ceiling, lowering back down, and visualize that there's maybe a big ball or something that you're pushing against. That way you have resistance both directions, pulling up and pushing down. Let's do this move for a count of 8. 1, push up, push down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, that's it. Okay, last rep is going to be for a count of 6. Let's add one more variation here. So I'm going to curl up. I'm going to push up. This time, let's just go ahead and turn those weights out and let them cascade down. Nice and slow. Working those deltoids one more time. Bringing it back to that start position. We'll do this for a count of 6. Palms facing each other. 1, curl up, push to the ceiling. Turn those palms out and they cascade down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one, 6. Let's see how slow we can take this. Really working the muscles in the deltoid area. And rest those hands. Nice. All right. Whew. So I'm keeping my hands with my palms facing each other. From this position here, I'm going to pull one back, and then I'm going to push it back to my starting point. And then the other one's going to pull back, push out. So it's almost like a row. But I'm going to start at the knees, pull it back, and push it out. Let's do this for 10. 1, let's do the other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Next time, let's move those arms together. So I'm going to have that same starting position, pulling both arms back. As I do so, try to touch those shoulder blades together or try to touch your elbows together. So you're really pulling using the muscles in the back of your body. Let's do this for 8. 1, push it forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. I noticed that when I did that, my neck wanted to, my shoulders were creeping up. Yeah, fork is saying yes. So go ahead. If you have any tension, any tightness, go ahead and make sure that's nice and loose. All right. Same move, only now we're going to add a challenge where it's not going to rest on the knees. I'm going to lift them up. So now my abs are engaged. Pulling back, pushing forward. We'll do this for 6. 1, push it forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Push it forward and release. Let those weights rest on your knees. Good job. Nice. Let's leave them on the knees. We're going to go ahead and do our scissors move here. And so one arm's going to raise up as the other stays down, and then we're going to alternate. And we'll do this for 10. So you can start with them both down. Let's go ahead and choose one to raise up, and let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and drop them both down. Nice. Let's do that same move, only now we're going to start in the center. This is going to be for a count of 8. So we start in the center. One rises as one lowers, and we'll do this for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and lower. Good job. Work out those shoulders if they're feeling tight. Last move for a count of 6. This time, both arms are going to raise up together. Both arms are going to lower back down. We'll do this for 6. As you bring those arms up, try not to allow the hips to move forward. The back wants to help, so it's going to arch, right? So keep that back in place by keeping the hips locked. We'll do this for 6. 1, 2, tighten those abs. 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. All right, take a breath. Ooh, got extra one in there. I'm looking for extra credit here. Let's go ahead, shake those arms out. Shake those shoulders out. All right. We worked the backs just a bit. Let's go ahead and continue that back movement. So I'm going to move up to the front of my chair. So I've got a little bit of a space. I've got space underneath me. I'm going to do our reverse flies here. And let's go ahead and lean the body forward. And drop those weights down. Take those palms, face them behind you. So my top of my hands are facing you. The palms are facing away. I'm going to pull it from the elbows and push back down. Let's do this for 10. 1, push it down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Push it down. And go ahead and sit up. Take a deep breath in. For some of us, when we lean forward, it restricts our breath. So go ahead and take a breath in while you're sitting up. We're going to move back down to that position. We're going to add a variant to that. So we're going to lift up. Once we get to the elbows about being parallel with the ground, we're going to lift those arms straight out, put them back, and push down. We'll do this for a count of 8. 1, open up. 2, 3, 4, 5, almost there. 6, 7, 8, open up, close, push it down, sit back up, take a deep breath in. Good job, nice. All right, last set. Leaning forward, we're going to add one more variation. So I'm going to pull up with the elbows. I'm going to lift them out. And the variation is I'm just going to hold it just for a count, just to really challenge those muscles in the arms and in the back. Lower, push it down. So it's just a little bit different as we add that extra beat as we extend it out. This is for 6. 1, push it out and hold it. Push it down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see how long we can hold it out there. Deep breath in. Push against your feet. It's going to help. Hold it back in. Push it down. Bring that body up. Woo, good job. Work out those shoulders. Nice. All right. So since we're already in our forward position, let's move to our core here. So I'm going to keep my weights close to my body as I lean forward. And we did a move similar to this without the weights. We're going to take and push our feet against the earth, lifting that body up. We're going to lower back down, but only now we have weights in our hands. Let's do this for a count of 10. 1, push it up and back down. 2, 3, 4. Feel your glutes tightening up. 5. Use your hamstrings to help pull. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. And rest those weights down. Take a deep breath in. Going to do that same move. Next time, we're going to challenge our lower back just a bit by letting those arms hang down. So now my weights are a little bit further from my body. And so as I lift up, those weights are going to hang down. And I'm going to bring my body upright and lower back down. But the weights are just going to hang. Your arms are going to just be loose and extended. So go ahead and start by leaning forward. And let's push up for a count of 10. 1. And back down. 2. Feel the belly tightening up. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. And take a breath. We've got one more set. Our last set's going to be even more challenging. We're going to let those arms extend, but this time we're going to lock them. So as my body comes up, my arms rise up. And so now those weights are further out from me, creating more weight, a little more challenging for the body. If this is too difficult, if you feel a strain, just go ahead and bring those arms closer in. If you're able to do this, arms are out. As you come up, feel your glutes and your hamstrings pulling your body up. Also keep this ab area nice and tight and that pelvic floor nice and tight. So go ahead and lean forward. Got those weights extended out. Arms are out. Do this for 10. 1. 2. Nice and tight. 3. Just notice you have your shoes on. 4. 5. 6. 7. Almost there. 8. 9. 10. And rest those bodies. Whew, take a deep breath in. Go ahead and scoot back in your chair. Let your chair hold you just for a moment. Let the body relax. If you felt a little bit of twinge in the lower back during this move, go ahead and lean forward, opening up the back just a bit. And come back up. Whew, nice, good job. All right, so now we're going to use our arms and our torso together. These are some moves that we did without the weights, only now we're going to challenge ourselves by adding the weights. So I'm going to open my legs just a bit. I'm going to do that move where I push across my body. So I'm starting on my right hip and I'm pushing across, reaching up towards the ceiling, pulling it back down. All right. And so my legs are wide open just so I have a little more flexibility. You can also push against the earth for stability. Let's do this for 10. 1. Let's go the other side. 2. 3. I got my pocket. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. And take a break. I'm going to take this off. There was a stand in front of Petco, PetSmart, one of my pet places that I go to. They were raising money to bring trainers into classrooms to stop bullying. And so if you donate a certain amount, you get a free t-shirt. So this is
Oh, wow. Yay. Power to the kids.
yes. All right. So we're going to go across our body. And so as we go across, I'm pushing out, but this leg is engaged, right? So I'm pushing into the earth as I'm pushing out. And then I'm going to pull it back. As I push on the other side, this leg becomes engaged. It helps support me as that arm is extending out. Let's do this one for a count of 8. 1, both sides. 2. 3. 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. And back to center. Nice. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to take my right hand and bring it to my opposite hip, my left hip. This is our wood chop. I'm going to pull it up, pull it back down, pull it up, pull it back down. We'll do this for 6, and we're going to do it for 6 because I'm going to use one arm and then I'm going to switch into the other arm. Still a nice stance. I've got a nice strong stance. Feet are pushing against the earth, so I feel nice and stable. Let's open up for 6. 1, chop that wood. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, back down. Let's switch to the other side. So my opposite arm's going to that opposite hip. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and back down. Nice.
If anybody wants some real experience, I have a pile of wood. You're welcome.
This is warming you up so you can go over and let's go ahead and set one weight down. So I still have one weight in my hand. And my legs are still nice distance apart, pushing against the earth. I'm just gonna let that weight rest. My arms are extended out. Body is still upright, so my spine is still nice and straight. But don't let that back arch. You don't want to push those hips forward. Let's align those hips. Shoulders are right above the hips here. This move here, I'm going to raise those arms up towards the ceiling. Bend the elbows, tap the shoulders, back up towards the ceiling and down. We'll do this for 10. 1, tap those shoulders. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tap up and down. Nice. Okay. This time we're going to tap the ground. Tap. Bring those arms up. Reaching up. Tapping the shoulders. Reaching up. Tapping down. Tapping the earth. Let's do this for 10. Use those legs. We've been practicing pushing against the earth. Using the legs to help lift us up. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one, 10. And rest those arms. Take a deep breath in. You might have gotten a little dizzy with the up and down. Lower those shoulders down. Feel those feet against the earth. Take a deep breath in. It's nice to focus on something in front of you. Nice. Bring those weights up in front of you here. I've got my weight, one hand on each side. I'm going to lift one elbow up, look underneath it. Drop that weight behind my shoulders. Now I'm looking under the opposite arm, bringing it back in front of me. Let's do 5 to the left and 5 to the right. You can start either direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back to center. Nice. All right. Let's go ahead and we still have that same weight. I'm going to bring my hands on top of it. And so now my palms are facing me, got each side, and I'm just going to lift it up, almost as if, okay, so I don't think any of us are old enough to have been cleaning on a washboard, right? Or pumping to get water out of you. So here's that energy here. So I'm actually going to loosen the hands as I pull up, grip on, pulling up, raising up those shoulders, pushing down. We'll do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Push it down, and let's go ahead and let's set this weight back out of the way. We've got a little bit of motion there, so you might have your energy lifted just a bit, but we're going to amp that up just a little bit more, get that heart pumping. And let's just begin by marching in place. Moving those knees. You already have those legs warmed up because we worked them out at the beginning of our session. Let's pick them up a little higher. Now let's add those arms. And do what's safe. Look around you, make sure you're not going to hit something. If you want to, you can kind of twist. That adds a lot of energy to the torso. However you feel today to get that heart rate moving. And let's pick up that beat just a bit. Imagine you're running, there's a bear chasing you. So you have lots of energy. Moving those arms. Maybe you want those arms to go up over your head, so you're really lifting up that energy. Still moving those knees. We've got 15 more seconds. You guys have got this. Keep it going, keep it going. Move those arms any way you want, whatever you want to do to get that energy moving. We've got 8 seconds more. Lift those knees up a little higher, bouncing them off the ground. And you did it. All right, good job. Deep breath in. Legs feel good. Remember to visualize your body settling down into the earth. Roll those shoulders up, let them fall back. Relax the eyes. And the body's going to start thinking that you are calm and relaxed. The heart's going to slow down. Such a great way to come back out of that elevated mood, dropping it back down. All right, I think we're ready for our jumping jacks. You have a couple options. You can move your legs forth. You can use the back of the chair if you want to, just let the legs go open and shut. You can lean forward, open and shut. If you want to challenge yourself, arms are going to raise up. And we'll do 30 jumping jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4. 17, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and take a deep breath in. Notice your body, energy lifting up. Notice the heart rate pumping a little faster. This is going to strengthen that heart, right? Slow it back down. Soften the shoulders. Feel your feet on the earth. You might have noticed they were lifting up, right? Feel them back, touching the earth. Soften the shoulders. All right, last move. You're going to have to use your chair to help support you in this one. You can sit to the front and lean back. You can sit forward and hang on to it, but we're going to move both of our feet from the right all the way to the left, bounce all the way back. So now we've got these heavy legs that our arms are going to be lifting. This time I'm going to do this for 20. All right. However you need to hold on. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 17, 18, 19, 20, and back to center. Ooh, good job. Doesn't take as much to get that heart rate up once we've already got it pumping. But let's relax. Roll those shoulders back. Let them settle down. Nice. Go ahead and widen that stance just a bit. I'm going to raise those arms up. And let's turn towards one leg and lower down. This is usually our cherry picker. We're going to do this in slow motion, opening up the back of the legs. Walk those hands all the way over to the opposite leg. And bring that body up. Lift up nice and tall. And down over that leg. We'll do this 3 times. That was number 2. Walking across to the other foot. Bringing that body up. Last time, lift up that rib cage, lower down, and walk across. And lift up. Arms up as high as you can get them. Turn towards that other leg, and let's go down. And walk across. Arms go up, lift up. And down. And walk across. Lift those arms up last time. Lean forward and walk those hands across. And lift those arms up as high as you can. Let's go straight down the center. And let the head relax. Go ahead, and if you want to shake it out, shoulders feel nice and soft. And go ahead and walk your body back up. Nice. You can work your legs in just a bit. One leg is going to stay bent. The other leg is going to extend out. I'm going to flex that toe towards me. And so I've got my right leg out, toes pointing back towards me. I can feel that stretch on the back of my leg. And I'm flexing so much. I'm going to take my body and lean over the bent knee. And I've got my hands to help support me so I don't go too fast or I don't go too far down so that my leg is overextended. And push your body up. We're going to go back down one more time. Deep breath in. Lift that rib cage up. You don't want to be slouching as you lean forward. You want a nice long spine. And lean forward, bending at the hips. Look at that foot. Make sure it's staying flexed. You want to keep that foot flexed. And push yourself back up. Nice. So I'm going to bring that foot in, extend that opposite leg. Flex that foot so you feel that back of the calf engaged. Lift that rib cage up and let's lean forward. Again, my hands are here to help keep me going at a comfortable rate as I lower down. Look at that foot. Make sure it's flexed up towards you. If you can extend it a little closer to you, go ahead and flex it a little more. And push your body up. We're going to do that one more time. Keep that leg engaged. My leg is straight. I can feel the back of my calf nice and tight. Let's lean forward. And bring that body up. Let's extend both legs. Be careful. Make sure your chair is going to stay nice and stable. If you need to scoot back a little bit so that it does, we're going to slowly walk our hands down. We're going nice and slow just to make sure that chair is not going to slide out. Again, I'm not rounding the back. My back is straight. I'm bending at the hips. Going forward as far as I can, as far as it feels comfortable. Chair is not sliding out. And walk those hands back up. My feet are flexed the entire time. Let's do that one more time. So let's see if you can flex those feet just a bit more. And walk those hands down. And walk those hands back up. Nice. Bring those feet in so they're flat on the ground. I'm going to take one ankle and set it on the opposite knee, my figure 4 here. This is going to help open that hip. We worked our hips a little bit today. So nice and comfortable. If this is too tight, you can also cross those legs a little lower, however it feels comfortable for you today. Lift that rib cage up and lean forward. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out wherever you feel any tightness, any tension. Notice the body softening just a bit. And lift your body upright, leaving the leg in the figure 4. I'm going to turn and look over one shoulder. I'm going to use the back of my chair to help me with this. Spinal twist. And come back forward. Let's twist the other direction. And come back forward. Nice. Let's go ahead and release this foot. Let's do the other side. And your feet might be different, right? Maybe one you were able to get up, this one might need to rest a little lower. We don't want to overextend this stretch. Lift that rib cage up and then forward. Don't let the back round. If you're rounding your back, then you're pulling on those muscles across the shoulders. You want to be stretching in the hip area. Breathe in. Exhale out any tension, any tightness, until the body softens just a bit. And bring your body upright. Let's do that spinal twist with the leg in this position. Go ahead and look behind you. If you want to extend your gaze, extend that gaze a little further. Feel the muscles around the eyes warming up just a bit. And come back forward. Let's go the other direction. Looking behind us, extending that gaze a little further. And come back forward. Go ahead and release that foot. Nice. All right. Let's bring those arms up into goddess position. Visualize you've got a big ball in front of you and you're going to squish that ball. And then you're going to open it and try to open those hands as far as you can. Feel your shoulder blades touching. See if you can bring those hands back past the range of your shoulders. Squishing them back together. Pulling open. Squishing. Pulling. Let's do it 2 more times. Remember, if you visualize it, the mind doesn't know the difference, right? Visualize that you're squishing this ball. And you've got gooey straps or strings, rubber bands pulling apart. And let's hold it in this outward position. Try to touch those shoulders just a little closer together. And now from this position, I'm going to lean over one way, keeping my arms up in this goddess position. And lean over to the other side. Chris was waving goodbye. You saw it. And back up. Arms still in goddess. Let's twist one direction. And back forward. And twist the other direction. And come back forward. Lift those arms up nice. Interlace those fingers. Push those palms up towards the ceiling. And let's take those palms all the way down to the ground. And bring those arms back up. And drop them into goddess. We'll do that one more time. Raising the arms up. Interlace those fingers. Pushing palms up towards the ceiling. Leaning forward. Raising the body back up. Dropping the arms back into goddess. And release those arms. Let's do just a little roll. Both directions. And because we worked our legs, I'll do one more stretch of the legs. And this is the move where we turn sideways. I'm going to have you drop that leg down. And then push your heel out straight. And as you do, shoot that hip forward. So my right leg, you have your left leg. I've got my right leg back up on my toe, pushing the heel back. And that same hip, I'm going to push it so it's facing forward. Feel a nice stretch across the front of the hip there. Nice hip opener. Feel those shoulders rolling back, opening the chest at the same time. And let's let the head drop back. And go ahead and bring your body back forward. Let's do the other side. So I drop that leg down. So now I have my left leg hanging down. Knee is almost touching the ground. Push that heel straight. It actually lifts me out of my chair just a bit. Pushing that heel back towards the ground. And then take that, if you need to take your hand to shift that hip so it's facing forward. That's going to help open up this area in the hip joint. I'm going to put both my hands on my hips, keep my hips facing forward. Roll my shoulders back, try to touch my shoulder blades and let my head drop back. And come back forward. And move your body around. And bring those legs back together. I know that felt good. I heard a couple.